Hello and welcome to map making with Fornan 2. That's me. Yeah. So, let me explain what we've got here. This map is a map I've been working on for a little while. I don't have too much progress on it, so I don't feel bad for jumping in and partway through with this, just making it serious. I figured I'd just make a series of it because I was inspired by Sparks on Accidental Games channel to make videos out of it. I don't really care if it is a really popular. It's unlikely that it will be, but this is mostly kind of just like a developer diary in a sense, of just me making it. Anyways, I'm just gonna show you what I have so far, at least for this first episode. Second episode, we will be jumping into the bit of the redstone because this is where I'm at right now with the map. What I'm doing here is I'm making doors. You'll see the doors aboard. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to talk about this right now. Actually, I'll get to this later. What I am going to talk about right now is what is this map. First off, you may notice that this is not the default textures of Minecraft. This is the texture pack Distant Anomaly. Distant Anomaly? Yes, Distant Anomaly. This is a sci-fi themed total conversion resource pack. It's a little outdated. We are playing in the 1.9 snapshots because command blocks are excellent, and this is the next up and coming release of Minecraft, so might as well stay ahead of the curve. And there's just a lot of opportunities with this, and I figured it'd be fun to do it in the snapshots. Anyways, this resource pack is Distant Anomaly. I think the last update by the author itself was in like 1.7.10 probably, and has since kind of disappeared, or stopped playing Minecraft, or at least stopped making artwork for their resource pack here. I don't think they do any resource packs as of now. And I'm not really much of a texture artist, but I did do a little bit of continuation of the pack. The new stone variants I created based off of some textures that he was working on. These are obviously the new stone types in polished form. I made those to go with the pack, as well as a couple of other things. One of the things I'm most proud of here, let me find it. Villagers. I completely designed the villagers except for the coats. The coats are placeholders and taken from another pack and then shredded up and made into trench coats to make them look a little more badass. But anyways, that's just a little bit about the resource pack. This map was really inspired by two things. One is this really old Reddit post, which, if I can find it, I'll leave it in the description, of a spaceship simulator. That map that was never seemed to come to fruition. And two, this resource pack. I just really liked this resource pack, and it was a lot of fun. I played it in survival. That was a lot of fun. I don't really play a lot of survival, but it was a lot of fun. Anyways, but as I just said, this map is a spaceship simulator management type game. It's kind of like Faster Than Light, FTL, that game, except in first person with a couple of other concepts. Let me give you the basic here. I'm just going to go to the spaceship. The basic premise is that You are aboard a spaceship, and this is a spaceship, by the way. It doesn't have an exterior because you're never going to see it. It's entirely an interior work, so, and I will get around to showing that. However, basically, you are part of the crew of this spaceship, and I'm not really going to explain much of the backstory, but what happens is you enter into the system from here. Let me go into game mode 3 so I can just kind of show you some of the things as I talk about them. So you come into this solar system. Your ship jumps into there, and you awake from cryostasis. This is the cryo room that we're looking at right now. Cryogenics. You wake from stasis, and this is going to be a multiplayer map, by the way. So if you're playing with anyone else, they will also spawn in one of these various cryo pods. And basically, what's going to happen is you wake up in here, and you kind of and your ship has been boarded, and there's a lot of systems malfunctioning. And basically, what you got to do is you got to repel the invaders and fix up the ship, and yeah, and basically make it so that you can get out of this solar system back to wherever your ship hailed from. That outside of the solar system context isn't really going to be explained much in the map, but basically, once you take over the ship, or regain control of the ship rather, because it is your ship, you are going to go from planet to planet. This is the bridge that we're looking at right now. You're going to go from planet to planet to find resources that will enable you to make your way out of the system. How that works is this lump over here. This is one of the 2 engineering rooms. This is the FTL drive. I'm calling it. I think I called it the interstellar drive. Yeah, it's the interstellar drive. Basically, this drive here, this room, these white ironish looking blocks, these are redstone lamps. Whenever you get a crystal, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to call it. Protheon crystal. That's the name for diamonds in this resource pack. Is a Protheon crystal. Those are going to power the interstellar drives, and basically within the solar system you have to find 3 of them. I'm probably going. I'm feeling like making it random on to which planets the Protheon crystals will spawn, but that's further down the line. But basically, every time you do that, each one of these cells will become active, and once you have all 3 active, you beat the game and you can escape the system. There is going to be a lot of like little mini quests hidden around the solar system. Here, let me show you what it looks like all lit up in here. I've already got this kind of set up. It's much brighter here. I think I have brightness. No, I got brightness moody. See, it's much brighter in here now. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that's the basic concept of this map. I guess now that I've told you what this map is, I'm going to show you what I have so far. So yeah, I'll see you in a second back in the cryo room. Alright, here we are, back into cryogenics. Basically, how this map starts is you're going to spawn here, and here, let me grab a piece of glass. This is basically what it's going to look like when you spawn. And then I'm going to remove this water block. Each of those glass panes are going to be removed, and you're going to pop out here. And this is the beginning. This is the cryogenics room where the crew is kept during interstellar jumps. What happens is when the ship is boarded, most of them are going to be quote unquote dead, unless you have friends who are playing with you in a multiplayer setting. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to come out here, you're going to find that this door is locked and that you can't get out, and that there is low power on the ship, and that's why the door is locked, so you're going to have to come out here. This is crew deck. This is also going to be shut. It looks a little weird right now because, well, all these doors, I've been working on this map for a while, just off and on in my spare time. But now I'm going to take it a little more seriously because I'm doing a series. Series is actually a little bit of motivation for it. Anyways, so basically these doors were functioning in version 1.8. But there was a couple bugs with them because I was being pretty lazy with the redstone and command blocks, but I've got plans for fixing this up for 1.9 and making it completely functional. So imagine this door is closed. Imagine there's a door here. Looks much like that one. All the doors in the ship look like that when they're closed, pretty much. So you come in here, light switch right there, and you're gonna be like, oh, here's the crew deck. Looking around. What do I gotta do? I gotta escape. Here's a bathroom, and over here is a shower. But basically you're going to be trapped in here and you have to find a way out at the beginning. So I made a little sewer system here that you can access through that. I'm just going to fly through this real quick. It's a pretty simple, it's not really a sewer system, but I mean it basically is. Even spaceships need sewers, you know? But basically this just goes to water management over here. In this over here is the engineering deck. We're coming in here. This is the life support section of the engineering deck. And here you're going to be like, oh no, we're low on H2O. Power offline. Can't activate life support until power's back online. Just climate. Yeah, these are all going to be options for the ship. You can adjust the climate to be like basically the temperature. You're going to be able. This is just life support, which is just releasing oxygen into the ship and whatever. These are all things you're going to have to manage. This one, once you set it, it's pretty much just going to be fine. Same for this, and while you're playing the map, you're also going to need to collect water in order to keep this running. If you run low on H2, this sign is going to be updating as you play. And basically you need water in order to be on the ship. The longer you're just spending time on the ship, the lower this will get. It'll be pretty slow, so you won't have to manage it a lot. And there will be notifications when it starts to get low and whatever, so it won't be too much of a hassle, but it's just one thing to manage, because why not? Anyways, this whole deck is the engineering thing. So that's climate support, life, climate control and life support. That's an elevator over here. Nothing is functioning as of now. Just so you know. These are the main engines in the interstellar drive I showed you. Here's main engineering room. Here's the main reactor. Some screens here. And here you're going to have just dark matter. Dark matter is coal, and it's using the in Distant Anomaly, the resource pack that I'm using, it has a language pack to go along with it that changes a bunch of the item names, and so dark matter is the fuel for the ship. And what's going to happen every time you put one in here and then click the process dark matter button is where's coal? There it is. Every time you do that in these slots here, it's going to fill up by 1. And the dark matter fuel, this is what it takes to travel between each of the planets. So every time you travel between a planet, you're going to use up creative dark matter, basically. And if you run out, you're running on low power mode, basically, which is what the ship is on by default. And basically, if you run out, it's going to be fairly easy to get dark matter, because I don't want people to just be like very easily stranded. But yeah, anyways, this elevator, this isn't functioning right now because it was working in 1.8 and I'm on 1.9 right now. But this elevator basically is going to close and send you over to here. You're going to pop out right here. This is the elevator when it's closed, and then you pop out here. And we're back in here, the interstellar drive. I'm just going to show it off a little bit more. You've seen this room. It's pretty cool. So you come through here. This hatch is going to be closed by default. You come up into here. Here's where you see the drive cells for the interstellar drive status. That's going to turn green once you have a diamond. Once you complete the objective of filling this up. I'm going to be using diamonds here. I'll show you what the diamonds look like in this resource pack. Although they might change because I'll get into it later. It's not really important. Yeah, Prothean Tech. It's the diamond. That's what it looks like in this pack. Pretty neat. Although that texture is liable to change. But anyways, when you come in here, you know how I said this was going to be closed by default? Press that button, and then this hatch is open for the rest of the time you play, basically. So this is the maintenance area. Come through here, drive cell 1. This is where you're going to deposit your Prothean Tech. That's just a filler to let me know that's what I want in there, is diamonds. Probably not a diamond block, but, or maybe a diamond block, I don't really know. Here you can't really see it. I might make this light up because those are all glowstone, redstone lamps, and yeah, but mostly just for looks. So you come around here. That was one of them. Up there is more. This is drive cell number 2, practically identical, just on the other side. And come up here. Open up at the grate in the floor and walk around. Drive cell number 3 is above, and ta-da. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry about that, there was a bit of a lighting glitch I had to fix. It's not supposed to be bright in there by default. So yeah, that's basically all there is to this area. That ladder there is just a dummy. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just a dead end to make the ship look bigger than it really is, because that just looks cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's this area of the ship. So go back through that elevator. It takes you back out to engineering over here. You see all these command blocks? Obviously the 1.8 version is inefficient. I'm going to be making a better version in 1.9. Anyways, over here we have the elevator. This door is going to be openable when you click that button. And then Here we have our options. There's the command deck, the crew deck, the docking and storage, and engineering deck. We are on the engineering deck as of now. I guess I'll go to docking and storage next, because that's next on the list. Alright, here we are, docking and storage. I didn't actually travel in the elevator, that's just, they're not functioning as of yet, but they will be. Anyways, here we have docking and storage. Out there, these striped blocks here indicate that basically it's an airlock and that you shouldn't go out there without a mask on. Here's the cargo bay. I'm going to go back into Game of 3 just since none of the doors are working. Here it's pretty empty as of now. I'm thinking as you collect things, I will just do little clone commands to make things appear in here to kind of represent you actually physically collecting stuff. In the beginning, remember how we went to the life support room? This chest over here, this has a wet sponge, which I'm going to rename in the language pack. I'm going to rename that to used dehydration unit. Yeah, I actually made this texture. I'm fairly proud of it. It fits in with the theme. It looks neat, and yeah. Anyways, that's that, and you're gonna have to come to this room here and grab that and take it back to the life support room. Anyways, from here, this is a big airlock door. Come in here. All of these doors have animated frames for the opening and closing sequence, or they will, and they're pretty cool if I do say so myself. I might show you what I had. Yeah, I might do that. I might go look at my 1.8 backup before I updated this to 1.9 and show you what the door animations looked like. Anyways, you come out here, this is not going to be pressurized, so it's going to be quite another lighting glitch. Okay, that's that fixed. I'm actually going to up my brightness, just because it might be a bit dark in general, and I want this to be visible. Another light. I guess that's what happens when you update from 1.8 to 1.9, is you get lighting glitches. Anyways, this is the airlock I pointed out when we first came in through there. You can see the elevator in the background over there. In here, the hangar, this is where you're going to go when you visit a planet. You're going to come out here. You're gonna basically come in through here, walk up here, go through this airlock here, and you're gonna come out here, and these are the dropships. Pretty nice. Kind of clunky, but I like it. So you're going to get in here, and you're going to be able to right click this sign to take off, and it's going to, what I have planned to do here is it's going to lock your you in your orientation right here, and it's going to play a little animation. I'm going to try and I'm going to record a little video of me going like, just coming out here and going out the door, and then I'm going to convert it into a map item map frames and have the animation playing in the window, so it kind of looks like you're taking off for real, which hopefully should be pretty cool. That's my goal. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the docking and cargo bays. It Yeah, that's pretty much it for it. So back here at the elevator, we next we see the crew deck and the command deck. So let's go to the crew deck. Okay, this is the crew deck. Crew deck has cryogenics where you started, so it's including that. But basically, when you step out of the elevator, this is what you're going to see. This big old table. I'm just going to stay in Game Mode 3. You've got the crew quarters that I showed earlier. And you've got a little recreation room over here. A little ping pong table, a couple soda and Jaffa machines, as well as a little computer monitor, couches, what have you. It's a nice little room. And a conference table. And that's pretty much it on the crew deck. It's pretty small. Probably won't be spending much time here, but if you want to use a bed or something, go right ahead. It won't matter because it'll always be night in space because there's no sun in space ever. That's not, yeah, whatever. Anyways, next up is the command deck. Thing about the command deck is command deck and crew deck are linked by even more than just an elevator. They're actually physically linked, so you can just go up this staircase here. Along the way we have the emergency escape pod. I do not intend this to be actually usable in any way, just I include it because it's a good thing to have on board the ship, because it just makes sense. Why would you not have an escape pod, even if you're not going to use it? Pretty basic looking, because you're never going to come in here. You're just going to look through the window and be like, oh hey, look at that, what do you know? But yeah, that's just going to be there as a detail. Anyways, you come up the staircase, come through here, and the first thing you have here when you come that way is the medical room. This is what it looks like. This is the main room. You've got some, these are beds, by the way. I should kind of describe what blocks are what, since you're probably not familiar with this resource pack, because it wasn't all that popular, but it's a very nice resource pack nonetheless, in my opinion. This is the main medic room here. Pretty simple. Come in here, this is kind of like the back area. I'm probably going to make, oh that's weird, it's displaced. Does that happen in game mode normal as well? Oh, that's right, because there's the new 1.9 features, right? Oh, one more texture I need to update. Anyways, I'm probably gonna have it so you can make stim packs are the name for potions. I like that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. But anyways, I'm gonna probably have this. You can make your potions here, or stim packs here in the medic bay for combat and whatever. Here's just a little detail scanner, whatever. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much this room. Out here, we're back out in the main hallway. Here's the elevator, so you could just take the elevator from here on the crew deck straight up to here, or from any of the others. You can come straight out to the command deck, and this would be the first thing you see is here. Also, note the lines on the ceilings. Each of the deck has this. Each of the doorways have a color attached to them, and there are lines on the ceilings guiding you there, so it's pretty cool. And these colors match up with what you see here. You can see each of the colors that are available in the elevator. That's what this is. Yeah. Anyways, so back to it. Anyway, so let's do the command bridge last. Green line here. This is the armory. This come in here. This is kind of like a little checkpoint, like looking room. Press that button. This door will open. Walk through, and it closes behind you. Coming in here, you've got the armory. It's pretty small, but it's supposed to be a pretty small crew on the ship anyway. It's not really a military craft, but you got personal defense on board anyways. So here you got anvils. These anvils are accessible, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I can put here. Let's go back into game mode 1. Can put enhancements, holocrons on them, or enchanted books by vanilla naming standards, and you can rename your stuff because why not? It's just a cool feature. These are bows. That's what they look like in this pack. Pretty cool. I'm considering making a custom model for it to make it 3D, to make it even cooler. And here we've got they're wooden swords, but iron. It's called iron in this resource pack. And these are plasma charges or arrows, as you can see by the little subtext there, Minecraft stained glass or whatever. Yeah. These are not actually iron swords, these are wooden swords, but the naming conventions are changed. Because the progression in this version is actually in Distant Anomaly. How it works is you go iron, cretite, wood becomes iron, iron becomes cretite, gold becomes cesium, diamond becomes Prothean tech, and I think, did I cover everything? Leather is just leather, because, yeah, I think I got everything there. All the tiers. Oh, and stone is commonite. Pretty good name. Stone is commonite. Yep. So that's the armory, basically. You can find weapons and stuff down on planets or whatever. It's kind of like, it's a little bit like Mass Effect 1, if you ever explored planets on that. Like, the planets are pretty basic and they've got random quests on them, whatever. That's kind of what this map is like. Anyways, here's the command bridge. I come out here. It's a little Star Trek inspired, a little whatever. Yeah, kind of see it. So you come out here. I'm just going to go into game mode 1. So you come out here, you get a little fake display here. Come out here and you get a nice view out into space. Here, let me set the time. Time set. Sure. Okay, look, we're in space. Isn't this exciting? Pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, fell down. So yeah, that's that. And here we have, down here you got a little Morecambe bridge. This is kind of Star Wars inspired, actually. Star Destroyers. But basically, you're going to come down here, press this button, and it's going to take you to a map thing that I haven't developed yet. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's pretty much everything we've got. I've done so far. I've just built the ship. So yeah. My goals of what I'm going to make for this map is all the command blocks and redstone that I need to do. And you will be coming with me on that journey. And then once I get some basic command blocks set up, I'm going to be creating the planets themselves that you're going to visit within the solar system. I think 8 planets planned as of now. I've already mapped out the solar system on paper in real life. Um, yeah, so we're going to be creating 8 planets. How I'm going to be doing that is in a program called World Painter. It's an excellent program. Yeah, and I'm going to be putting them in the world, making just these planet areas, and you'll be there to accompany me as I do that. So that's going to be it for this episode, and next time we will be jumping into the redstone. First, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing. First thing we're doing is we are making these 3x3 doors functional. You saw I've already done a little bit of work on it, but it's not working yet. Um, but yeah, we're going to be making these 3x3 doors functional next episode. So see you then.